You know, Beau, Dad and I are talking about your birthday. And this is sort of a magical year. It's 33. And the reason it's a magical year is because, well, that's how long Jesus lived.
They crucified him at 33.
Right.
Yeah,
So we're thinking that this is a year where it's probably a good time to stop and just reflect about where you are, where you've been, where you're going.
They got you some flack and not crucify you. It's just...
Yeah, we're not going to crucify.
Yeah.
But you know, birthdays are fun for Dad and I because we always talk about the things that we remember the most. What are some of the stories you remember about Beau?
Well, you know, it's not stories as much as images. I remember, you know, him being born and peeing over the whole operating room. It was like, that was a pretty impressive beginning. And then it just kind of goes from there. But
yeah, well, I got to tell you, Beau, that I wanted a boy so bad. And when I saw that peeing stream, it was like magic fountain. I loved it because I just wanted a boy. I don't know why. I just always wanted a boy. So you've been a dream for me, a dream come true. I'll always remember your little spiky hair that you did when it was picture day.
always the best dressed guy in kindergarten.
Yeah, insisted on wearing a tie
Yeah.
to kindergarten and set the trend, totally. And actually, I guess that was the beginning of you always just walking your own path.
I think it was cool. Always the best looking girls in the class were interested in Beau. For some reason, I don't know.
Oh, man. Big magnet.
Yeah,
Always.
that.
Always had the chicks. It didn't matter. I mean, you were the smallest kid in high school because that was back when 9th grade was high school. And you were the shortest, the smallest, but you had
All of it. It's
Yeah.
really bugged all the older guys.
Yeah.
And all of them.
They couldn't stand that. They just couldn't stand it. But you always, you were the only kid that went to prom all 4 years of high school because you couldn't go unless you were a junior or a senior. So that was pretty cool.
But jumping ahead, I'll just remember images of Beau water skiing like crazy, flying down a snowy mountain.
Without fear.
Without fear. Jumping over that fence, you remember them jumping over that
Oh
fence?
my gosh.
That was crazy.
Yeah, blew his shoulder too.
And then him and the bulldogs. He loves his bulldogs. It's like,
Yeah. And then of course there's the classic, almost pooping on my sheepskin rug,
yeah.
where I did the classic diving catch, which was really the athletic feat of the century, I must say.
What, him pooping or you catching him?
My diving catch, to catch that steaming plop of poop. I still remember how hot it was in my hand. Yeah.
So what are we saying here, dear?
Well, you know, Beau, as we walk down memory lane, there's just so many good memories, but there's so many ahead of you. So, you know, this is a good year. This is a good year for you to stop and reflect and think about what are you going to do with your life? Where do you want to go? Where do you envision seeing yourself 33 more years down the road? It's a good year to reflect. So we're not going to bore you with singing.
There's one thing we can count on, dear.
And dancing.
There's one thing we can count on.
What?
He's going to take his own path. It won't be anything like we expect.
That's right.
It'll be pure Beau Bell.
That's right.
And it will be good.
And one thing that has never ever changed, ever, I've always been so proud of you.
We're proud of you, son. So happy birthday to
And it
you.
has never stopped. Love you dearly. So So here's to you, Beau Bell.
Cheers. Have a happy birthday, son.
Happy 33rd. You rock.